Well, Martin, thanks for joining us. Just want to ask you straight away, what do you think of Dave Mazany as a fighter?
Yeah, I think Dave is a great guy, good formidable opponent. But unfortunately, 11th of August, I'm going to have to put him to sleep, man. Just the name of the game.
So it's a KO, you think? You're going to have him on the striking?
100%. And I think Dave's going to try to come in and wrestle me. He says he's been working on his striking. There's levels to this game, man. The only thing he has is his wrestling to fall back on, and I've got my striking to fall back on. So I think if I touch him and I touch him early, it's going to get desperate, shoot for a takedown. Who knows? I might even pull off a submission. You never know.
That being said, his last two fights were pretty good knockouts, September and Chris Bright. What do you think of his striking?
Yeah, I think his striking is good. It's good for a wrestler. I think he hits hard. He's got a good left hook. He uses his right hand to set up his left hook. He uses his jab to set up his right hand to make contact. So, you know, his style is the same. It's always been. He's going to look for contact and try and put me on my back. If he was going to try and stand with me, it's going to be a short night for him. I really believe that as soon as I start landing on him, he's going to start shooting and wrestling me. You know, we're doing everything we can, leaving no stone unturned, you know, to make sure that we stay on our feet. And if it goes to ground, then, you know, he's going to have to worry about my submission game. People don't really see my ground game because I don't like to go to the ground. I like to stand and throw some leather. But if he gets me down, he needs to hold me down. And he's got to pass knees and elbows, punches and kicks before he even touches me. So I got quite a bit of reach on him. My attributes outweigh his by far. So let's see what he comes in with.
Being a coach, quite a fighter, do you think showing your jits is something that you haven't been able to do in your last couple of fights? Is that something that's important to you, showing how good your ground game actually is? We know what a great striker he is, but against a wrestler, against Mazany, you have the opportunity to perhaps show what great jiu-jitsu you really do have.
You know, I want to give the fans what they want to see. They want to see two guys get in there, throw leather and fight. You know, if Dave wants to turn into a wrestling match, I'm going to do everything in my power to keep it on the feet and to not make it a wrestling match. But if it goes to ground, I'm going to look to submit him. You know, I think in my last fight I almost submitted Gavin Hughes. It was very close. He did tap. Go watch the replay, but couldn't have ended in a better way. So it was meant to be by me finishing him in a knockout. And, you know, I'm going to ride this wave. You know, it's 4 fights on the trot now with a knockout, and this is going to be the 5th one.
Mazany told me that he thinks you might have an advantage because Coach Richie Kwan has studied him quite a lot, because he's fought quite a few of your teammates and former teammates. Do you think that's true? Do you think he's got an advantage of you because Coach Kwan has studied him so much?
Yeah, you know, we've dissected his game, but his game has stayed the same. He throws to set up for the contact. What's he going to bring different to the game? Throw more hands and make him more vulnerable. Let's see. You know, we know what he's going to do, and if he's, like I said, if he's looking to stand and trade with me, he's going to get the short end of the stick, and they know that. They obviously know that. And if they go and look at my previous fights and see where all my losses have come from, is through submission and wrestling. But over the last 2 years, I've really worked hard on that. And you know, you've got to be an all-rounded mixed martial artist, and that's what we do day in and day out. You know, Coach Kwan, that's what he draws. You know, we spend an hour and a half to 2 hours on a technique, whether it be wrestling, whether it be standing, whether it be jiu-jitsu. So I get the hours in, but I like to bang. So let's see.
So it's been a long journey for you up to the championship belt, and obviously a very important part of that is your life partner Monique. Yeah. How important has she been in terms of your life this past couple of years as a mixed martial artist?
Yeah, man, she's been an important role in my success. You know, fighters know it's very difficult to do what you do, and the other half doesn't understand. You know what you go through on a daily basis: weight cutting, mood swings. You know, my wife does a great job of dealing with me. I'm not the most pleasant person, especially now, building up to the fight the last couple of weeks. I've become a dragon. So yeah, she plays an important role. You know, she motivates me on the days that I'm tired and I don't want to go train. And, you know, she drags me to the sauna in the evenings when I feel like just sitting on the couch and watching a bit of TV after I've already trained 3-4 sessions. So she motivates me, and she drives me in a big way. And I'm truly grateful for that, you know, to have somebody like that beside me every day.
With that in mind then, Martin, how has this fight camp been for you?
Yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's been 6-7 weeks now. You know, coming off the fight with Gavin, I took some time off, but I'm 3.5 weeks out, and I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. So I'm really excited to step in there and put the skills that I've learned over the last couple months and into play, and show everybody who I am and what I'm about.
You're very similar in a certain way in terms of personality and fighting attitude with Dave Mazany. You're both veterans with some great victories, a long storied, almost a veteran career, but it seems to me that you are evolving every day as a fighter. Every time we see you enter the hexagon, you're a completely different fighter. You're improving all the time, and Mazany mentioned that. He talked about how the tools of combat are you sharpen it every day, similar to the 1% that Coach Kwan talks about. Do you think that's true? Do you see a certain similarity between you and him?
Yeah, I think, we're both professionals and we work hard. I think, he's working on his weaknesses, I'm working on my weaknesses, and I'm working more on my strengths, So if you're not evolving, you're staying behind. I'm 35 years old now. I've been doing this for 10 years only, and I've never felt better, physically, mentally, and I'm learning every day. Rich pushes us, and you make sure that, we improve 1% every day. And that has made a huge difference in my, in my progression and where I am at the moment. And like I said, I'm excited to step in there and show everybody who I am, who I really am. I think the last performance was striking, bit of ground, but I'm going to see a different beast come out for this fight. Dave is a big challenge. He poses a lot of interesting threats with his wrestling, and we've prepared accordingly. And I just want to show everybody that I got a ground game and I can beat top flight wrestlers.
Your record's now 23-10. You got to the point where you finally got a belt, and we've said so many times how much you deserve to be a champion. How important is that belt to you? It's a very old conversation in mixed martial arts, isn't it? I mean, does the belt define you, or is it just a symbol, or is it something that you're prepared to die for?
Look, the belt doesn't define me. It took me 10 years to become champion, and for him to think he's going to come take it away from me after I've just got it, he's going to have to kill me, and I don't die easy.
11th of August, Grand Western Goodwood in Cape Town. What can we expect, Martin?
Fireworks like always, man. Me looking for the knockout, and Dave looking to put me on my back and wrestle me.
Martin Van Staden, good luck, mate. Thanks very much.
Thank you.